programs team because I also want to be more involved in the offline side of things. So I want to create programs that can have in-person interaction. I want to reach out to schools, to corporates. Yeah, so these are some of the work that we do. And why I started the channel in the first place is because of this communication gap that I noticed in the scene. So I'm not sure if you guys realize it also, but sometimes when we have discussion panels or sharing sessions, we're always speaking to the same group of people. And then when we see the same people, it's like, oh, it's you again. Like, why do I have to talk about the same issues with you? And I'm always thinking about how can we expand this circle and reach out to people beyond this circle, right? Because those who are interested will already be attending it. But how about those people, the bigger majority who are not involved in all of these conversations? So what better way than to bridge the gap than using the power of social media? Of course, easier said than done. But I really truly believe that nothing in science has any value to society if it is not communicated. And I believe there's so much science out there and we can all agree on that. The science is robust, the evidence is there, it's giving us the right signals that towards a pathway that we should be taking. But what good is all of this discovery and knowledge if it is not communicated to the people who needs to hear it the most? Which is the people in the society, our youth, the families, our decision makers. And what value is there is to science if it is not communicated to them, if it does not empower people and motivate them to take action. So I truly believe that science is powerful, but science communication is the key because knowledge alone is not powerful. Your images. So things like trending topics, being relatable, humor is one of it, eye-catching visuals, so especially if you're an artist, this will be really, really important for you. Issues of concern, mind-blowing facts. And do know that you can combine various tips together, it doesn't work alone. Yeah, so I think my video does a lot, humor, sometimes we will use visuals when it comes to animals and wildlife, and trending topics. So there was once where Singapore was hit by a really, really bad heat wave, and immediately when I made a video about it, it went viral. So being striking when the iron is hot is really, really important. No pun intended. And I want to share with you this particular, it's a video, but I took a screenshot of it. Does anyone remember this video? Have you ever seen this video? So it's a video that was posted in 2015. It's about this marine biologist. She actually found this sea turtle and there was a straw embedded in his nose, and she filmed the whole entire process of it being pulled out. And this video went absolutely viral around the world, millions and millions of views. And I wouldn't necessarily contribute it to like the data of like plastic pollution, but it's really the raw and emotional moment of watching this turtle suffer as the straw is being pulled out that really moved people. And while we cannot attribute, the whole conversation about plastic pollution to this one video alone, I do think that it did contribute to a very big fact about how we are now talking a lot about banning plastic and plastic pollution in general, and it's about inspiring this whole international movement against plastic and single-use plastics. So after this video went out in 2015, more than 30 countries have enacted a nationwide ban on single-use plastics in their own country. And in 2018, Starbucks announced that they will no longer use plastic straws, and guess what? Many other companies followed along. Alaska Airlines, Disney, McDonald's, IKEA, they all announced the same thing because they are feeling the fear of missing out. But that's what we want, right? We want everyone to feel a little bit urgent about the situation. So this is yet another powerful example of how social media can really create a big impact. And I'm going to share a little story about something that's very personal to me that I use social media to try and create change in my own way. So this is something that happened in Singapore. It happened during the COVID period. So about 3 years ago, we were all stuck in the country. We were unable to go overseas. So what do? We explore our nature spaces, which is great. But what is supposed to be a chance for people to interact with, the environment around them turn into a little bit of a nightmare where people are actually intentionally or unintentionally destroying the environment. They're actually digging the animals up, bringing it home for fun. Like, it's really in the name of fun. Like, okay, let me just show you. It's really quite sad. And these are like families with children, bringing it home not for consumption, not for culture. They just thought that it would be fun to keep an animal, regardless of whether it survives or not. And I thought this was something that really breaks my heart as someone who cares about marine conservation and cares about the animals, as someone who brings people to the beach to encourage them to love the environment. This was really heartbreaking to see. And also what did I do was I was frustrated. I was in tears and I was standing there and I was like, okay, I think I need encouraging people to release the animals out there. Yeah, and it led to this movie. And we also create more videos encouraging people the right intertidal or wildlife etiquettes to each area. And it actually led to a huge movement to actually combat this issue. So different stakeholders were part of it. My friends who are guides, who are enthusiasts, the government agencies, and there were also talks about legislation to actually enact laws to prevent people from bringing these animals home. This chain reaction and getting the community involved in combating an issue that we all see we should resolve. But I think what motivates me the most is an example where I actually managed to motivate like younger students and the younger generation. So this girl here, her name is Naomi. I'll remember her for life. She actually watches a lot of my videos. She comes to my programs, and she said that she was inspired to start a nature club at her own school because she did not have one there. And it was really cute. Like, it was during COVID period, so I was there with her, Zoom call in the first session, and she was teaching me, the things that she wishes to do with her teachers, with her peers. And it might seem small, but can you imagine if everyone, like a few kids started this, and all these small ripples, together they can really create big waves of change. I think this is something that really touches me a lot, and it's something that I'll remember for life. And it has been a really meaningful journey since then, and science communication is something that I've always advocate for. Never in my life would I have ever thought I would be cosplayed, but here we are, and I have people dressing up as me, and it's great. I hope that my videos, in my books, my stories will really inspire them to be future stewards of our Earth, because we cannot protect something we do not love, and we cannot love what we do not know. And with that, I've come to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. I'll be around for the breakout session. And right now, I'll pass my time on to Saga, who will be the second speaker. Oh wait, I'll pass it on to Jason first. Yes. Thank you.
For your quirky and interesting content, let's collectively bring the monthly views up to 4 million. Next we have Saga from India.
Okay,
So Saga is driven by the belief that work should contribute